you're broke, stuck, or full of excuses, this book is the slap in the face you need. Think and Grow Rich doesn't whisper success, it demands it. So ask yourself, are you ready to stop dreaming and start doing? Napoleon Hill interviewed 500 of the wealthiest men on the planet to uncover one truth. Success isn't an accident, it's a mindset. Think and Grow Rich isn't about get rich quick. It's about thinking like a warrior and acting like a machine. Today, I'm breaking down the 6 core principles that separate the broke from the billionaires. You don't get rich by hoping, you get rich by wanting it like your next breath. Weak desire brings weak results. Period. The universe doesn't reward half-hearted intentions, it rewards obsession. You either want it bad enough to give up your excuses, or you stay broke, blaming the world for your failures. Most people don't fail because they lack talent or intelligence. They fail because their desire is flimsy. They kind of want success, but that's not enough. Kind of doesn't build empires. Kind of doesn't make sacrifices. Kind of quits when it gets hard. You have to want success so fiercely that it consumes your thoughts, your habits, your entire way of life. It's not a hobby, it's your mission. Burn the bridges. That means you leave no room for retreat, no safety net. You decide what you want and you cut off every alternative. That's how warriors go to battle. They don't walk in wondering if they might turn around. They charge knowing there's no turning back. And that's how you must approach your goals. Don't just set goals, declare war on them. Write them down, see them in your mind, feel them in your gut, make them real before the world does. And then do what weak people won't. Sacrifice, hustle, and bleed for it. Desire is the fuel, the fire, and the foundation. When it's strong, nothing can stop you. When it's weak, everything will. People talk about motivation like it's magic, but motivation is worthless without desire. When the desire is deep, you don't need to be motivated. You just move. You wake up with purpose, not because someone told you to, but because you can't sleep knowing your dream isn't real yet. That's what separates the winners from the losers, the level of desire. How bad do you want it? Do you want it enough to get uncomfortable, to fail, to look stupid, to keep going when nothing is working and everyone's doubting you? If you're not all in, you're out. There is no middle ground. The middle ground is for cowards who dream small and settle for less. Being kind of interested in your goals is the same as being uninterested. You got to be ruthless with your vision, ruthless with your execution, ruthless with your discipline. You want to succeed? Then act like it. Eliminate distractions, kill excuses, surround yourself with people who push you, not pacify you. Desire doesn't wait for perfect timing, it takes action now, ready or not. And here's the truth. If you don't have that fire yet, then you haven't hit your breaking point. You're still too comfortable. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Get uncomfortable, get desperate, then channel that desperation into obsession. That's when life starts to shift. That's when doors open. That's when the universe gets out of your way. Because you've finally decided to stop being average. You've decided to be legendary. So stoke that desire until it becomes uncontainable. Then let it guide you to war every single day. Until the world bows to your will. Faith, the power of belief, is the foundation of every empire ever built. It's not a fluffy word reserved for dreamers. It's the mental steel used by the bold, the driven, and the unstoppable. If you don't believe in yourself with absolute, unshakable certainty, then you're already defeated. The world will doubt you. Your friends might laugh. Your family might think you've lost your mind. But guess what? That's exactly how it's supposed to be. The masses don't get it. They never have. Because faith isn't logical. It's emotional. It's raw. It's that fire in your gut when everyone says no and you still charge forward, screaming, yes! Faith is not hoping. Hope is passive. Hope waits. Faith acts. Faith walks into the fire, not knowing the outcome, but knowing damn well that backing down is not an option. When you have faith, true faith, failure becomes a myth. Setbacks become stepping stones. Rejections become redirections. There's no room for hesitation because your vision is already real in your mind. That's the secret. Visualize it with such clarity, such obsession, that reality has no choice but to bend to your will. The ultra successful, the real killers out there, they don't have more talent than you. They're not luckier. They just believe harder. They tattoo the vision onto their soul. They wake up every day already living their future because their faith is stronger than any obstacle. And the best part? Faith multiplies with repetition. Speak it, write it, see it, live it. Every damn day. You've got to brainwash yourself before the world brainwashes you into mediocrity. Turn off the noise. Stop looking for validation. Your belief must be so powerful, so locked in, that it makes people uncomfortable. That's when you know you're on the right track. You think the giants of industry waited for guarantees? You think they sat around wondering if it would work? Hell no, they bet the farm. They burn the ships. Because when faith is your compass, you don't need a backup plan. You become the plan. And if it takes 10 years, so what? If it takes blood, sweat, and sacrifice, so be it. Faith isn't about comfort, it's about conviction. And listen to me right now. If you can't believe in yourself, no one else will. You are the CEO of your life. Your mind is your boardroom, and faith is your #1 shareholder, so you better start investing like your life depends on it, because it does. Talk like it's already done. Walk like you own the outcome. Think, breathe, and act like the person you're becoming, not the one you used to be. Dominate your mindset, and the world will follow. Faith isn't optional, it's not negotiable. Believe or be forgotten. Those are the rules. Your mind is your battlefield. Every day, every hour, every damn second, it's under attack. If you're not programming it, trust me, someone else is. Social media, news, negative people, cowards. You're feeding you their garbage, their fear, their mediocrity. And if you're not countering that with intention, with discipline, with force, you're getting mentally hijacked. This is where auto-suggestion becomes your weapon, not your comfort pillow, your weapon. Auto-suggestion is not just some feel-good mantra crap, it's mental warfare. It's a deliberate act of commanding your subconscious to obey. You want to be rich, successful, powerful? Then start telling your mind that over and over again until it has no choice but to believe it. Your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and repetition. It believes what it hears most. So what are you feeding it? Doubt? Insecurity? Excuses? Or are you feeding it certainty, vision, unrelenting drive? You've got to repeat your goals with military precision, morning, night, midday if you have to. Put them on your wall, on your phone, in your damn wallet. Speak them out loud until your voice shakes. Why? Because in the beginning, you're gonna sound like a liar. You're gonna say, I'm a millionaire, and your brain's gonna fire back, no, you're not. You're gonna say, I dominate in business, and your self-doubt will whisper, you've never even started. That's the enemy talking. And the only way to shut it up is through relentless repetition. This isn't optional. This is a daily ritual. Brush your teeth, great. Now brush your mind. If you skip auto-suggestion, you're basically letting life program you by default. And guess what? Life's default setting is average, mediocre, broke, safe, controlled. But when you take control of the input, when you consciously inject power, clarity, and mission-driven affirmations into your subconscious, everything changes. You start walking different, talking different, thinking different. And that's when results start shifting. You need motivation, you need reprogramming, because your current mindset got you where you are. If you're not living at the level you want, your thinking is to blame. Auto-suggestion is how you break the loop. It's how you erase the self-doubt and rewire your belief system into something bulletproof. It's not magic, it's mechanics. It's repetition, it's execution. You want your subconscious to become your ally? Then earn its respect. Feed it goals, not garbage. Feed it victory, not victimhood. Do it with volume. Do it with intensity. Do it until there's no room left for weakness. This is how champions are made. They don't leave their mindset to chance. They forge it every single day. So start today, right now. Write your goals, speak them, record them, play them while you sleep if you have to. Burn them into your DNA, into even your blood starts believing you were born to win. This is autosuggestion. This is mental domination. This is where the war is won. Specialized knowledge is one of the most misunderstood concepts when it comes to success. People often think that just accumulating knowledge is enough, that reading 100 books or having a fancy degree automatically makes you powerful. But here's the brutal truth. Knowledge by itself is worthless if you don't use it. Napoleon Hill said it best. Knowledge is not power. You can fill your brain with theories, ideas, and information all day long. But if you don't put that knowledge to work with ruthless focus and relentless execution, it's nothing but dead weight. You don't need a PhD, a stack of diplomas, or endless credentials to succeed. What you need is the kind of laser-focused, specialized knowledge that directly impacts your goals. Think of it like this. Generalists are scattered. They dabble here and there, never mastering anything. That approach gets you nowhere fast. Specialists, on the other hand, zero in on the skills that matter. They learn deeply, practice relentlessly, and become experts in one or two areas that move the needle. And those experts, they're the ones cashing checks and building empires, while the amateurs are stuck spinning their wheels. But specialized knowledge isn't just about learning, it's about applying what you know with military precision. You must treat your skill set like a weapon. Every day you sharpen it, refine it, and deploy it with the mindset of a warrior on a mission. Execution is everything. You can know the perfect strategy to close a deal, grow a business, or invest in real estate, but if you don't act, that knowledge is meaningless. The marketplace rewards those who not only understand what to do, but who actually do it, and do it better, faster, and smarter than anyone else. This means you have to be ruthless about where you focus your energy. Forget chasing every new trend or trying to be a jack of all trades. Identify the key skills that will have the biggest impact on your income and your life. Then immerse yourself completely. Learn from mentors, take courses, practice every day, and push yourself to get better. And don't be afraid to fail. Failure is part of the process. Every expert has bombed before they mastered their craft. The difference is they kept moving forward, applying what they learned from their failures until success was inevitable. Execution must be so relentless, so disciplined that it becomes second nature. Wake up with a plan. Attack your work like your life depends on it, because it does. The world doesn't reward potential or ideas alone. It rewards results, and results come only when knowledge is applied. If you're serious about growth, start thinking like a sniper, not a shotgun. Be surgical with your learning and unstoppable with your application. Become the expert your competition fears. Most people waste their lives collecting useless knowledge or endlessly planning without action. Don't be most people. Be the one who turns specialized knowledge into unstoppable power. Remember, your skills are your capital. If you don't build, sharpen, and apply them daily, you're bleeding opportunity and money. Specialized knowledge, when executed with brutal consistency and focus, will separate you from the pack. It will open doors, create opportunities, and most importantly, it will bring you the wealth and freedom you crave. So stop hoarding knowledge like a pack rat and start wielding it like the weapon it is. Get specialized, get focused, execute like a savage, because in the war for success, knowledge alone won't win. You have to apply it with everything you've got. Decision is the single most critical skill that separates the winners from the losers. It's the mastery of speed that drives success forward and leaves hesitation in the dust. Indecision is not just a harmless pause, it's poverty in disguise. Every moment you spend doubting, procrastinating, or overthinking, you're handing opportunities to someone else. The wealthy and powerful understand this better than anyone. They decide fast and change slowly. They commit to their choices with unshakable confidence and adapt only when absolutely necessary. On the other hand, the poor hesitate, stuck in analysis paralysis, waiting for perfect conditions that never arrive. This hesitation kills momentum and suffocates potential. When you understand that life and business operate in a battlefield of constant movement, you realize there are only two options: move or get moved. If you refuse to decide, the world decides for you. And when the world decides for you, you almost always lose. Winners make decisions like Navy SEALs, with precision, speed, and complete confidence. A Navy SEAL doesn't waste time second guessing. Every decision is calculated based on the best intel available at the moment, executed with ruthless efficiency and without hesitation. They don't wait for perfect clarity. They move fast, adapt later. That's how battles are won. That's how empires are built. Making fast decisions isn't about reckless impulsiveness. It's about training your mind and sharpening your instincts to cut through the noise and act with clarity. The moment you start doubting, your brain throws up red flags and your body freezes. This freeze is the enemy of progress. The rich don't wait for their feelings to align with their goals. They force their feelings into alignment by acting first. They trust their preparation, their knowledge, and their gut. The longer you wait, the more you allow fear to grow and rationalizations to multiply. Fear feeds on hesitation, turning a small decision into an insurmountable obstacle. History is packed with stories of people who seized a single moment and changed their life forever because they chose decisiveness. Think about it. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail often boils down to one quick call, one bold move, or one instant commitment. The minute you decide, your brain switches from uncertainty to action mode. It starts looking for ways to make that decision work instead of reasons it won't. That's the power of decisiveness. It rewires your mindset, aligns your energy, and triggers unstoppable momentum. But speed alone isn't enough. True mastery means knowing when to hold your course and when to pivot. The rich decide fast, but they change slowly. Once a decision is made, they commit to it like a warrior. They push through obstacles, withstand setbacks, and ignore distractions. They understand that success is built on consistency and relentless execution, not on flip-flopping every time something feels uncomfortable. This steady commitment builds momentum that crushes resistance and forces progress forward. In contrast, the poor decide slowly and change fast, constantly switching paths, chasing shiny objects, and abandoning goals at the first sign of difficulty. This lack of commitment leads to a life of frustration and mediocrity. The key difference is that decisiveness breeds confidence, and confidence breeds results. Every quick decision you make strengthens your ability to decide quickly again, creating a virtuous cycle of action and achievement. If you want to win in business, in life, or in any pursuit, you must get comfortable making decisions with speed and authority. Train yourself to analyze fast, commit fully, and move forward without hesitation. Stop waiting for perfect clarity. Stop overthinking and stop giving your power away. The battlefield of success rewards the bold and punishes the hesitant. Be a decision maker. Be relentless. Move like a Navy SEAL. Calculated, confident, and without hesitation, because in the end, your destiny is written by the decisions you make, not the chances you take. Success isn't reserved for the chosen. It's reserved for the relentless. Think and Grow Rich gives you the blueprint, but you are the architect. Stop whining. Stop waiting. Think like a winner. Act like a savage. And grow into the beast you were born to be. Now go out there and earn your damn empire.